What's going on YouTube? Heylow here, bringing you an all-new Total War Warhammer 2 1v1 matchup. So today we're going to be having game 2 of our friend Unlimited Powaaah versus Soter for their best of 3 matchup. So Unlimited Powaaah for this game is going to be playing as the Skaven. He is going to have Throt the Unclean as his lord, as well as an assassin. He's going to have a Plague Priest on the Bell, who is going to have the Pestilent Breath as well as the Clan Rat Summon. Up over here in the back line, he has Clan Rat Spears that are going to be facing his rearward flank. Up front, he is going to have some Skaven Slave Spears facing his enemy's deployment zone. At the very core, he has the Council Guards, Storm Vermin with Halberds, as well as the Poisoned Wind Mortars. In the back line, Morskatar's Hellion, the Mutant Rat Ogre. This dude looks absolutely incredible. He's awesome. On each flank, we're going to have the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep Rat Ogres, as well as a standard unit of Rat Ogres. So over on the opposition side for Soter, we are going to have the Wood Elves bringing up the pack. So on his right side, the Raids of the Frozen Heart Dryads. These guys also looking really cool. Another new ROR unit. And then across the rest of his line, some more Dryads. We're also going to be seeing the Hawkeyes over here, who are going to be supporting the infantry line as they creep across the desert. They even have matching camouflage. It's pretty awesome. Out on both right and left flanks, we have 2 units of War Dancers. And we're also going to have some Glade Riders with Spears providing some backline support, and a unit of Wild Riders with Shields. So the Lord choice for today is Drycha, who is looking pretty awesome in the purple glowing ambience that we've come to know recently. So he is going to be rocking the, let's get at it here, Enfeebling Foe, as well as Malkoth's Mystifying Miasma, bringing the Rouse to Wrath to summon a unit of Dryads. Okay, so the battle is underway. Dryads pushing forward to go on the offensive, kind of prodding at the Skaven forces with the Poison Wind Mortars, trying to waste some of their ammo firing in on them. But the mortars are going to be turning about to fire in on the Hawkeyes, and we're going to be seeing some of these poison mortars coming in and not hitting anything. Completely missed. So he's going to be falling back to try and avoid these shots. Dryads pushing forward to try and mulch through some of these Skaven Slave Spears, but the Pit Fighters coming in to support that engagement. Going to be doing a little bit of monster mashing there. And then across the lines, we are going to be seeing the Dryads continuing to push forward. Some more Rat Ogres on the flank supporting the Skaven Slave engagement against the Frost. And War Dancers trying to bring up the flanks as they charge in, but they are going to be met by some units of Clan Rats, as well as our wonderful unit of ROR Halberds here, the Council Guard, moving into support. So mortars continuing to fire in and finding themselves a very nice pocket to fire into. There is a huge amount of cavalry here trying to support these Dryads. They managed to rout out the Rat Ogres as well as Skaven Slaves and win that engagement, but they have taken a reasonable amount of damage here. Now deciding to push forward, Clan Rat Spears moving to plug this gap. As you can see, the front line of Skaven Slave Spears is not holding. So over on the flank, the Pit Fighters are in amongst some Blade Riders. Drycha trying to do her work as well. But a Clan Rat Summon coming down to try and provide some support and fill in some of these gaps as the battle is underway. So you can see Clan Rats here kind of not doing a ton, but providing some support in chasing off some of these outlying units. You can see they've intercepted the Glade Riders, but Drycha here continuing to do some work, but the Pit Fighters kind of bullying her around a little bit. You can see in Morskatar's Hellion trying to take out these Dryads and bowl in after Drycha. So in the back line, the Plague Priest on the Bell is getting very, very quickly overwhelmed by all of these Dryads, but the Assassin is there to support, as well as Throt the Unclean. They're trying to get in there with the summons to back up that engagement, but over here looking very bad for the Wood Elves. We do have the Pit Fighters as well as Morskatar's Hellion trying to take out Drycha. However, we do have the Hawkeyes firing in on him providing a lot of Overwatch damage for their lord. The battle right now pretty balanced as far as the balance of power is going, but we do have Rat Ogres out there trying to chase off some of these outlying units, and War Dancers as well trying to do the same. So both players here trying to get some of these routed units off the battlefield to possibly tip the balance of power a little bit, because you can see as soon as those War Dancers stop pursuing, a whole bunch of these clan rats began to rally in the backfield, and this infantry is going to try and make its way back into the engagement. So right now, Drycha being targeted by the assassin with trophy heads going down, but a very clutch Malevolent Dryad summon will allow the Glade Riders to get in and back up the fight. However, the Skaven do look like they're going to be trying to mulch through there relatively quickly with Big Chungus. And the Bell is continuing to do its work, attempting to bowl through some of this infantry. War Dancers, however, getting into the Storm Vermin. They should do okay here. Those guys are pretty tuckered out. They've been fighting for a hot minute. And yeah, the battle is it's looking tight. It's looking tight. A wonderful breath going down to do some solid damage on the War Dancers as another unit comes in to support against the Council Guard. But in the backfield, we do have Morskatar's Hallion just carrying the day here, going around bullying everything it touches, trying to rescue the pit fighters, but unfortunately they're a little bit too late. We do have a Rat Ogre summon coming in though. Throt is going to be getting into Drycha. So yeah, just Rat Ogres for days over here, continuing to chase off some of these skirmishers. And we do see Malkoths going down from the Wood Elves to try and keep them from reaching them. And they are successful. So the Glade Riders, the Wild Riders, and War Dancers are going to be committing into this fight against the summoned Rat Ogres to try and wipe them out as quickly as possible, save those Hawkeyes and what little ammo they have left. However, Drycha not looking good here, extremely close to death. Oh man, Morskatar's Hellion is just not having it with this. Drycha is down to 342 HP and gets absolutely murdered, cut in half by Morskatar's Hellion. Madness. The War Dancers and the Dryads continuing to lay pursuit and take this guy down, but it does not seem to be happening. So over here we do have War Dancers and Dryads just scampering. We do have Throt the Unclean scaring off some more of the Dryads. However, the Plague Priest is headed off the battlefield with only 260 HP. So now the Hawkeyes charging in to Throt. They're out of ammo, but Throt laying the smackdown with that whip is going to wrap up this battle. What a game. So Unlimited Powaaah is going to come away with game 2 of the best of 3 series, closing that out for a W. So looking at our stats here, some solid losses across the board. These War Dancers picking up tons and tons of kills. However, the value, as you can see, not super great. A decent value on the units, kind of paying for themselves roughly, but man, so many Skaven slaves and clan rats just sponging up all of that extra damage, so that these elite bubbles of Rat Ogres, Morskatar's Hellion just doing absolute work, running amok across the battlefield, chasing down those important and essential targets. And yeah, Plague Priest doing some solid work as well. Looking at that damage dealt and the damage value, great pickups there. Especially with the summons coming in to back up some of those engagements and plug some of those holes. Dryads trying to do their work as well, not getting much value out of them. And yeah, the Rat Ogres were just extremely effective here. The cavalry from the Wood Elves was hit and miss. And yeah, honestly, this was a pretty convincing game for Unlimited Powaaah. Those Rat Ogre summons were extremely dominant, and his mortar play was very solid. We didn't see too much at first, but then once those engagements started popping off and the cavalry just started diving in, extremely good value being picked up there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. It definitely helps out the channel with the old YouTube algorithm and whatnot. But yeah, I will see you guys next time.